All right, coming to the stage, Nick Cleveland.
As you heard, my name is Nick. I feel like I'm a pretty normal guy. I try to be honest. I try to work hard. If there's anything weird about me, I'd say it's probably my preoccupation with death. I'm always thinking about death. My entire life, I've always thought that I'd be dead in 2 years. And recently I was thinking, why is that? It's kind of odd. And then I remembered when I was young, I spent a lot of time at nursing homes. My parents actually both worked at a nursing home. They actually met there. It was called Woodland Health Center, just down Blue Mountain Road here. And I gotta be honest, like I said, I try to be honest, this was not a health center. See, my mom worked first shift and my dad second shift. So my dad would drive us to the nursing home and then we would hang out at the nursing home until my mom's shift was done. So that's how we ended up spending so much time there. And the first thing that you notice walking into a nursing home, it's the smell. The air is heavy. How do you describe? I would say piss, apricots, and wrinkly skin. The second thing that you notice right away, especially as a kid, I was young, elementary school, is you immediately become the cutest thing on earth. I still occasionally have nightmares of pink-haired ladies squeezing my cheeks and white-haired men squeezing my ass cheeks. You really do lose all God-given human rights walking in to a nursing home as an 8-year-old. The other thing that you notice right away is the layout of the building. The building is laid out exactly like a prison. There's the east wing, the west wing, those are the cell blocks. And then in the center you have the nursing station, which is the guard tower. The east wing, I remember, I used to call it the wing of the Walking Dead. Because the sounds coming from that area, it was just the rattling of walkers and bodies hitting the floor. But the West Wing wasn't any better. I like to call the West Wing the corridor of death. There were a lot of screams and moans coming from the West Wing. It was horrifying. There was one good thing about the West Wing, though. There was a nice old lady at the end of the hall. Her name was Edna. I really liked Edna. She would always offer candy. She was always very nice. She never molested me. I remember one day going down that hall to Edna's room and peeking in and seeing her laying on the bed. Edna was napping. I do have some unfortunate news for you, though. Edna did pass away a few days later. A nurse had walked into her room and found that she had shit the bed. Sorry. And her body actually fell off the bed onto the floor, and that is where she would lay. And that is when I realized there's no such thing as a deathbed. There's a death floor above the shit bed. On a serious note, though, these folks at nursing homes, they're very lonely. If I had any recommendation, if you have a family member or a loved one that is a resident at a nursing home, please visit them. Bring the kids, bring the grandkids, have a good time, make some new memories. But I know that one thing that they'd appreciate the most is before you leave, after you've said your goodbyes and your I love yous, grab the pillow from the bed, place it over the head, and I think you all know the rest. That's my time, thank you.
Give it up for Nick Cleveland. Thank you everybody for hanging in there. We've got a couple more for you. Who's been waiting patiently?